As seen on the screen, each student will have access to video-based tutorials of this activity in order to cater for multiple learning types, including students with an intellectual disability. This will allow them to watch at their own pace with the ability to pause and replay steps without having to rely solely on auditory instructions. This will allow students to have some control over their learning experience.
As you all know, we've been revising our multiplication and division skills, but today we're going to take it up a step and apply these basic rules using a different and more fun approach: robots. We're going to program our robots while applying our multiplication and division. We'll use a Lego robot program called Mindstorms to enter our answers into to test to see if our robot's movements matches our answers. Now, for the first part of this activity, we need to measure the length of one wheel rotation on our robots. In order to do this, we're going to use a measurement line, just like this one. So what I want everyone to do is to slowly move their robots along the line, making sure that the axle begins at the 0 centimeters and that you slowly move it until it's done one full wheel rotation, just like this. You should have all worked out that one full wheel rotation is 18 centimeters. Now, I hope you're all ready to start using those great division skills of yours. We now know that one wheel rotation on our robot is 18 centimeters. So we're going to use this to try and work out how many wheel rotations your robot will make over a specific distance. As an example, I have a line here that's 72 centimeters. So in order to work out my answer, I know that I need to divide the length of this line, which is 72, by the length of one wheel rotation on the robot, which is 18. Now, I worked out my answer, which was 72 divided by 18 would be 4, which means that my robot should be able to make 4 full wheel rotations to get from one end of this line to the other. But let's see if I was right. So in order to check my answer, I'm going to use the Lego robot program called Mindstorms. I'm going to enter the number 4 into the number of rotations box and program it to the robot. Now, in order to program my robot, I'm going to use Lego Mindstorms. The first box, which is controlling the steering, I will select the option which is on for rotations, as I'm getting my robot to move based on the number of rotations it makes. The second box is to do with steering. Now, as the robot's moving in a straight line, I don't need to make any adjustments to that. The third box is power. I don't really need to make any adjustments to that one either for this case. The fourth one is the number of rotations, and this is the one we need to change. So as I worked out my answer to be 4, I'm going to enter the number 4 into the box. Now, for the second part of this activity, we're going to focus on our multiplication skills. As you can see, I've written up 3 equations on the board. All 3 equations start with the base number 18, which you should all know from the last part is the length of one wheel rotation on our robots. Now, you all get to be a bit creative with this part because you get to decide what 3 numbers you want to multiply 18 by. After you choose your numbers, you'll need to work out what your 3 answers are, and then you'll input your numbers into Mindstorms to see if your robots travel the same distance as what you worked out your answers to be. Now, I'll do a quick example for you guys. So, according to this, in 5 wheel rotations, my robot should travel 90 centimeters. Now, I'm going to input the number 5 into the Lego Mindstorms program to see if my answer was correct. Now, I'm going to input the number 5 into the rotations box of the Mindstorms program to see if my answer was correct, and my robot will travel 90 centimeters. I hope you all had fun programming your robots and practicing your multiplication and division skills a little bit more. Now today we used robots, but I want you all to go away and try measuring one length of your steps as opposed to the wheel rotation on a robot. Then, after measuring the length of one of your steps, I want you to try and find some distances you can measure. Let's say from your bedroom to your kitchen, or the length of your driveway. Just have some fun with it. See you all next lesson.